County Sheriff Joe Arpaio, nearly a dozen other incidents involving projectiles and cars reported over the past couple of weeks, but police say not all involved bullets. A new audio tape reportedly from the leader of al-Qaeda encouraging lone wolf attacks in the United States.
It's important to note that while there's been such an emphasis on ISIS, in the last year, about a quarter of the plots that have been disrupted by the FBI have had ties to al-Qaeda in Pakistan or al-Qaeda in Yemen. So while the group doesn't have the same media attention, it's certainly in play in counterterrorism circles.
Fox's Catherine Herridge. You're listening to Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
Stuck in traffic? Hey. We've got the answer from the ChicagoRadioDeals.com Traffic Center.
I'm Paul Bodenloss with a look at the roadways. On the west side at the United Center, Marvel Universe Live is playing. You can expect some heavier traffic later on tonight. And the CTA number 20 and number 50 bus stop will be at the stadium. In Mundelein, Route 45 at Town Line Road, Route 60, there's been a report of a crash. On the Edens heading inbound, it slows down between Elston and the junction. Lake Cook to the junction is 20 minutes. Kennedy inbound slows down between the junction and Addison. O'Hare to downtown is 22 minutes. From the junction takes 12 minutes. Outbound lanes looking pretty good. Between the circle and the junction, there's no delays. Downtown to the junction 10 to O'Hare 20. The express lanes are moving fine. Tonight, 55 and clear skies. Tomorrow, 78 and sunny. Currently at 68. Next update in 15 minutes on AM560 The Answer.
If you're looking for a better shooting experience, imagine shooting virtually all your firearms the same day. You can move and shoot steel, draw from the holster, or compete in a 3-gun match. You can exercise that rifle out to 600 yards, even engage in a very challenging sporting clays course or a round of trap or skeet. Do all that and much more at the Aurora Sportsman's Club. Whether you're a novice looking for a basic course or an experienced shooter looking for an advanced course, even if you want to participate in your favorite shooting event such as IDPA or cowboy action shooting, spend an enjoyable day with the family at the Aurora Sportsman's Club, the only shooting facility in the region that offers all of that and more. If that sounds interesting, don't miss the next orientation and a tour of the Aurora Sportsman's Club in Waterman, Illinois. Call the membership department at 815-264-9000 extension 44 for information. That's 815-264-9000 extension 44 to join a one-of-a-kind shooting facility. The Aurora Sportsman's Club.
This is Dan Tullis, and I just called Joel Clark, one of Select Quote Insurance Services' term life agents.
Hi, Mr. Tullis.
Joel, how does Select Quote save you money on term life insurance?
Well, buying term life insurance is all about choosing the right company. Let's say you take antidepressants or you smoke. All insurance companies are going to price that differently. We'll impartially shop all the companies we represent to find you the best price.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. I just got a man, 40 years old, on cholesterol medication, a $500,000 policy with a highly rated insurance company. His price? Under $25 a month.
Call 1-800-979-3269 and see how affordable term life insurance can be. That's 1-800-979-3269. 1-800-979-3269. Or go to selectquote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
If I could have gotten 51 votes in the Senate of the United States for an outright ban, picking up every one of them, Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in, I would have done it.
I have 2 words for you. Predator drones. You will never see it coming.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Tonight, David and Gretchen will be looking at the Liberals' latest non-issue crisis, micro-aggressive racism, a proposed law that will require parents to inform schools they own firearms, Hillary requiring a loyalty pledge as her popularity ratings tank, and yet another study showing taxpayers are leaving Democratic-run states like rats deserting a sinking ship. And be sure to catch this week's Segment 6 right after the show when David and Gretchen will be talking about staying safe in public. All that and more on tonight's On Target Radio. So be sure to give us a call at 888-642-5600. Or go to Facebook, like our page on Target Radio, and ask a question there.
And now, from the seething cauldron of personal opinion, it's time for David's Rant of the Week.
Okay, I get it. People want to be respected, and telling someone that they're a credit to their race is both disrespectful and racist. So was Joe Biden's infamous 2007 comment on Barack Obama. I mean, you got the first mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. Even I cringed at that statement. That's racism in big chunks. But despite being a product of 1950s elementary school, I thought I'd pretty much slain my inner racism dragon until today. Today, I learned I'm racist, sexist, homophobic, middle-class white trash, which, come to think about it, is a racist statement itself. Today, I learned there are statements I have personally made in the past couple of weeks that prove I'm sociological pond scum. I asked someone where they're from. Racist. I told a man from Japan he spoke English very well. Racist. America is a melting pot. Racist. And what could I have possibly been thinking when I suggested that I believe the most qualified person should get the job? Oh, Lord, racist, racist, racist. So what is it that pigeonholes me as clearly racist, sexist, homophobic, middle-class white trash? It's my innate tendency toward microaggression, according to Harvard University professor Chester Pierce, who actually coined the term in 1970. Microaggression is a neologism which some use to refer to unintended discrimination. Pierce coined the word microaggression to describe insults and dismissals he said he had regularly witnessed non-Black Americans inflict on African Americans. In 1973, MIT economist Mary Rowe extended the term to include similar aggressions directed at women. Eventually, the term came to encompass the casual degradation of any socially marginalized group like poor people, disabled people, sexual minorities such as men who like little boys, women who want to use men's locker rooms, and white middle-class working males. No, wait, scratch that. I forgot. White middle-class working males are the root cause of all the country's sociological problems. Psychologist Daryl Wing Su defines microaggressions as brief, everyday exchanges that send denigrating messages to certain individuals because of their group membership. He goes on to say microaggressions are generally happening below the level of awareness of well-intentioned members of the dominant culture. Microaggressions, according to Su, are different from overt, deliberate acts of bigotry, such as the use of racial epithets, because the people perpetuating microaggressions often intend no offense and are unaware that they're causing harm. I define it as two people talking to one another who are normal, well-adjusted, and haven't been brainwashed into thinking they're losers responsible for the decay of American society. Now, not to be overshadowed by past liberalism, today's liberal loons have identified microaggressible themes, including sexual objectification, second-class citizenship, sexist language, traditional gender role assumptions, and sexist jokes. These guys really know how to throw a party, don't they? Because perpetrators are generally well-meaning and microaggressions are subtle, their recipients often experience attributional ambiguity, which may lead them to dismiss the experience and blame themselves as overly sensitive. Gee, you think? If challenged by the minority person or an observer, perpetrators will often defend their microaggression as a misunderstanding, a joke, or something small that shouldn't be blown out of proportion. Perhaps because it's something small that shouldn't be blown out of proportion. What's most interesting is that it isn't microaggression if you insult someone who's a white, male, conservative Christian, knows he is, and is proud of it. And God forbid he happens to be a cop too. So advises recipients of microaggression to feel anger, frustration, and exhaustion. I think they should feel stupid, get a life, and learn the government can't legislate respect. It's something you have to earn, as in go do something that makes people actually respect you. Like get a job, become a productive member of society, pay taxes instead of getting government handouts, and getting along with your neighbors, even if he is, she, or it, for that matter, is a brain-dead liberal. And that, Gretchen, is my rant for the week.
You're pretty smart for a Dago.
Thank you. You're very, very nice. I can't say that word. I can't say the B word on the radio, can I? Unless I'm talking about a puppy, which, well, she's kind of a puppy. She's cute. This whole thing is sort of prompted by, and I'm sure you read it because I gave you a copy of it.
And it's highlighted, so that's how you know I read it.
It's highlighted, so that's how I know. They actually are talking about these Look, America is the land of opportunity. That is racism. Now, according to this guy.
Yes. Well, because it makes it sound like every other country is not the land of opportunity, which actually is true.
And I was just going to say, where did that track go off the tracks?
Well, and that's the funny thing. It's not really racist. It's nationalistic,
Sure.
But I don't think it has nothing to do with being white. It has to do with being American, and we're all American.
You know what?
So I don't really think it can be characterized as racist, but that's just my personal, upshot of this.
You're listening on Target Radio. This is AM560 The Answer. Give us a call at 312-642-5600 and answer this question. Is it racist to say everyone can succeed in this society if they work hard enough? This is stuff I was brought up on.
Right.
We've talked.
As a Dago.
Yeah, as a Dago. Yeah. Well, or a WAP. Or a WAP. It's, we try and be you got to be careful. I got bleeped when I gave my rant on.
Oh, no, I know that one's okay.
Yeah, yeah. See,
I know that's not the one that got bleeped. So
that's true.
I can use it ad nauseum.
We won't. I wonder if I could sneak it under the wire. Call George out of the engineering booth far enough so he can't get back to it. This stuff.
That's for the next show.
as much as we joke about this, it scares me. I mean, it not scares me like ISIS is sawing off heads scares me, but it does scare me because they're what they're doing is they're shaping the language of young people.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who it was, but somebody said today's school is tomorrow's government.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're literally doing. They're washing. We have a country full of wusses.
Yes, we do. And actually, Brian, intern guy, used to say that all the time.
Yeah. And he's dead on right.
Yeah.
He's dead on right. We react to things now like this clown prince about, well, we'll have, we'll discuss it. We'll take it. You give the enemy who says they're sworn and vowed to kill America.
That's to America.
Give them nukes. That makes sense. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. We're making students brain dead, desensitizing them. It's okay if you feel like a girl. I don't even remember what those words were that we did away with. He and she.
Z and Z.
You do remember it. See, that's astounding.
Well, I remember everything I hear. It's a curse.
We're not even going down that road. But that stuff bothers me a lot. It really does.
Yeah.
When people, because here's the deal. You take somebody who, if you're born in a wealthy family or even a middle class family, I mean, you reasonably expect that you're going to do okay. You get you get anywhere from a good education to a great one if you have a lot of money, and you expect you're okay. But if you're born in a bad, economically bad family, saying this is a land of opportunity, you can do it, and which is possible. You can do it. It is possible.
Mm-hmm.
You want to reinforce that in kids. You want to say, I know we're broke. I know we, live hand to mouth.
Absolutely.
But if you work your butt off, you can get out because generations of people did that.
Right. Yeah.
They're now teaching people, give up. You can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't understand it either, but it's the only lifestyle that they know. And so in some sense, I guess, I grew up in the only lifestyle I knew. You grew up with the only lifestyle you knew. So in that way, it makes sense.
And here we are. When we come back, we're going to talk about, believe it or not, parents being required to tell schools that they have guns when they enroll their kid. That more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer.
How can you get from here to there? We've got the answer from the ChicagoRadioDeals.com Traffic Center.
Taking a look at your Chicago traffic over in Lombardo, crash on St. Charles Road just went.
So none of working at all in
None of them.
No, not unless you push the cough button, it'll light up.
Which one?
The cough button.
The cough button. Oh, that's
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I saw today because I'd like to share it on the radio at some point.
What's that?
I saw a woman with a bump sticker on her car, and it said history. And when I looked closer, the H was the Hillary H with the arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get that. I understand Hillary thinks she's making history.
Oh, well, she is.
Well, right, she is. Every day she is.
Yeah. Oh, now
And then it was,
You got mic lights now?
yes, we did. There was rainbow. It was also written,
You see, I believe
it was
should be
rainbow.
Yeah, gay
across.
rainbow.
Yeah. So I'm like, it took me a second, but I was like, it took me a while to think about it. I'm like, there's way too much going into this. There's way too much going on here. But I
This
think
liberal mindset.
maybe the woman whose car it was, I think she was like,
in case you're wondering,
so I think that's maybe why the rainbow.
Is by the what?
It's
all the
like,
lights,
like
everything's
clear supporting.
By the computers?
I reset the BTS program,
So,
brought it back
I
up,
just-
so the blue light.
I just
okay.
saw that and I was like, and I think where I saw it was like added to my like horrific notification.
What, Planned Parenthood?
No, in front of my church.
Oh, wow.
She was picking up
Your
her,
church?
She was picking up her mom.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Not going to your church. Your church doesn't sound like it would be the type of church that would have.
Actually, we do have a self-professed lesbian who attends really regularly, but
What religion is it?
it's not really religion, it's a denomination. It's Christian and Missionary Alliance.
Okay.
Which no one's ever heard of.
Right.
It's more popular overseas. Like if you said that in South America, they'd be like, oh yeah.
There you go.
Like we have a huge church in Quito, Ecuador.
Probably don't go there often for
No.
services.
Yeah, we're huge in South America.
Stone City. It's your home, only better.
I was coming out of the hardware store when I saw an old man, late 70s, hunched over in the freezing rain, no hat on his head, limping across that slippery parking lot and a row of shopping carts toward the cart corral.
Can you imagine?
Millions of hardworking Americans.
If you enroll your
don't
kid in
have
school,
enough
you have
money
to tell the school that you
so they
have to
just
be
keep
done.
working and working and working until it's too
I
late.
never
And
remember
how are they
anything like that when I was in
gonna how are
school.
they gonna enforce that? Is what I want to know.
Well, and I mean, what is there to enforce? What are they gonna do? What would they do?
Well, I like what they said of, and the point of collecting this information is what? There's no actionable information there.
Except they've got a list of people.
Right, except for that.
Your free copy.
Which I think is what it's about.
0360. Don't let the lack of money rob you of your retirement.
Crazy.
Call now for details and get your free copy of this book before it's too late. 1-800-03. But hurry while supplies last. 1-800-400-0360. 1-800-400-0360.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life.
And we're back with more on Target Radio, and happy anniversary to us. This show is our
Yay.
third anniversary.
We have like a yay sound effect, George? I think you do.
Do we have a yay sound effect? Close enough.
That's not what I was envisioning.
Okay, well, that worked out really badly, but it's been 3 years today, and
Yay.
we're hoping we make it another 3 weeks.
That's the one I
That's
was
better.
thinking
That's
of.
better. Yeah, it is. That's better. What happened to the state of Missouri? I thought
I don't
Missouri
know.
was conservative.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were super liberal.
They've been doing
Maybe they're not. Maybe it's just this one senator.
well. Weird stuff this year has gone on in Missouri.
Besides this one.
Ferguson.
Oh, well.
Wow, it's pretty weird.
Okay, but it's not particular. I mean,
Anyway, this is the thing. They have filed a bill in the Missouri Senate that is going to be, here's it is. It says this. The act requires a parent or guardian to notify a school district or the governing body of a private now, or charter school that he or she owns a weapon within 30 days of enrolling the child in school or becoming the owner of a weapon. The written notification only needs to include the names of the parent and any child attending the school and the fact that the parent owns a weapon. As you point out, what's the actionable item in here? What's the point? What are they going to get on
And
it?
how are they going to enforce it?
Right. It's yet another registration
If I
scheme.
say no, I don't have a gun, are they going to come to my house and check?
What are they going to do?
Right. I mean, I don't see how they could possibly either use this information or enforce it.
And what would be the value of knowing it? That's the question that pops into my mind.
And that's what the Heritage Foundation says. Oh no, this is Town Hall. That's what Town Hall says. What the heck is this proposal actually supposed to accomplish?
Right. What's the point? You're listening to On Target Radio, is AM560 The Answer. Give us a call at 312-642-5600. If you enrolled your kid into school, would you tell them that you own guns? Even if they said you were supposed to, would you tell them? I don't think I would.
No.
What's in the charter of any school that requires you to tell them? And what's next? Are you going to have to tell them if you have a sports car?
Well, it's a lot like the doctor asking. And that's relevant to this discussion because.
What's the point?
Yeah.
And, I've had a few people say that. My doctors are all good. I've not had this issue at all.
Yeah, me neither.
But I've had a few people say to me that their doctors asked that question. And one of those people who said that said, I'll be happy to answer that question if you can explain to me what it has to do with my physical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with your physical.
Right. It's on the list of questions I'm supposed to ask you is
Right.
the answer.
And look what they're doing to the veterans and the VA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now they want to go to Social Security.
Yeah, I mean this is becoming like communist Russia. I mean, it's just the level of control that they want and that they're trying to get is outrageous.
They're amassing giant pools of data. So if they're not getting it here in this hand, well, now they're going to this hand and they're going, okay, let the schools ask them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, the doctors, not all, but doctors are asking it, schools are asking it, hospitals are asking it, they're asking it, this is asking it. Eventually, you got everybody's name on a list.
Mm-hmm.
My rant next week, I already know what it is. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be this.
Okay.
My rant next week is going to be, like the shooting cops in the back of the head in gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
How many guns are there in the United States? 240 million or something like that?
Something like that.
Something like that. And if you think about that, if even 25% of those people, and an awful lot of those people are like prior military, law enforcement,
Mm-hmm.
If even 25%, a round number, 250 million people, said, you know what, enough's enough. Here's the interesting thing. The guys who want to sneak up on a cop in a gas station from behind, the macho guys, and shoot him in the back,
Mm-hmm.
I could be at the pump next to this guy and look at me. No one's going to look at me and go, that guy's a threat.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
until he hits face down.
Right.
And here's the interesting thing. And this is what I'm going to do. I think I'll do my rant. You know what? We got the best equipment in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I got one of my ARs is like $2,500. I got good stuff.
Right.
We got the best equipment in the world. We got people who are paramedics, EMTs.
Mm-hmm.
We got prior military guys, got law enforcement. Just think about that.
Right.
What's 1/4 of 250 million? 125 and then 60, about 70, 80,000 million,
80 million.
Okay. Yeah. Against how many people from ISIS? How many people?
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter, let's shoot cops.
Yeah.
Next week. That's what it's going to be.
Well, I sent you that thing and you're like, bring it on.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the funniest thing about it. Like CZAC, these guys are out, and this is not a criticism.
No.
They're out there shooting 3-gun. They're dead serious about this stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was a great day. Too.
Well, and yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean, that woman who took concealed carry this weekend,
Oh, yeah.
Could there be someone less
looking like
right,
she would
like
be
less suspect of being like a bullseye shooter?
Surprised me.
Able to kill you.
Just to be fair, I just want to say that 240 million guns doesn't necessarily equate to 240 million gun owners.
No, because I got like 50 guns.
Yeah.
But
you're messing up the numbers.
Yeah. Well, it's George. George has always got, whenever the light goes on, I know trouble's brewing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But here's the thing. This is not some third world country where no one owns a gun. and they can just like go into your door, knock it down, drag you out, and
Which is why they're trying to do some sort of a list. That's why they're trying to.
You got to get the guns away.
Right.
They got to take the guns.
Because until you have registration, you can't really have effective confiscation, and they know that we've seen this happen in Russia, in Germany. This
Italy.
has happened. Right. This has happened again. Armenia. This has happened again and again and again and again, and if we don't learn from it as well as they have learned from it, then we deserve what we get.
And liberals keep going, you're paranoid. Where do you get these ideas? I get them from every day. I get these ideas.
Do you watch the news?
Yeah.
And people, people have written books. There's a book that I have called Death by Disarmament. I actually do a talk about that. If they want to commit genocide, that's how they do it. Is first they disarm that group of people, and then they slaughter them. And although in the past it's mostly been done for ethnic cleansing purposes, there's no reason they couldn't do it for religious cleansing purposes.
Well, but there is ethnic cleansing. They've already said, let's kill white people.
Right, but it's really the Christian white people that they don't like. The liberal white people, those are okay.
Not according to Black Lives Matter. They're saying, let's
what about Hillary?
Kill
Doesn't
cops
get any whiter than Hillary.
I'm not sure about that.
Although I saw an interview the other day, she had on so much makeup, she looked like a Oompa Loompa.
Nice.
She did. They had whoever did her makeup, like I think was colorblind because she was orange.
Yeah,
they had orange makeup on her.
When we come back,
she is hideous.
We're going to talk about Hillary because that's a real piece of work. Yeah, she is. She's scary. I don't know. Is it just, do I imagine this, or do people die around the Clintons with great regularity?
No, it is not your imagination. There's actually a website that has like an exhaustive list of all the people who've died under suspicious circumstances. That's
in orbit.
That's just being paranoid.
That's,
it's just being paranoid. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
I built
paranoid.
a website because I'm paranoid.
Yeah.
We got a comment on Facebook from my friend Father Rob. He says, "Happy 3rd anniversary of your show."
Thank you. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Rob.
that. That's nice. Yeah, that's very nice. Maybe we'll go out in a blaze of glory here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we have enough money left for 2 more shows, and then I don't know. We're gonna move into George's garage, and we'll do it there. I don't know, but anyway, just to kind of sum this thing up because we're about to go to a break. It's a bill. It's not a law yet. Back to talking about Missouri, but I can't imagine a school board approving that. As liberal as some of them can be, I can't imagine a school board.
Well, and it's not a school board bill; it's a Senate bill.
Right, but so my point is, maybe I'm paranoid, but you know what they say: just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're out to get you.
Not really out to get you.
This is just, in my opinion, it's one more hand sticking out trying to gather names. I really think that's what this is.
Well, it's an idea. It's an idea that they had. They're trying it out. I don't think it's going to work. Apparently, this senator. I'm wondering what kind of cat she is because she's Maria Chappelle Nadal. That's like 3 different races right there. But anyway, she's introduced this bill before and nothing. It went nowhere. Yeah. So
all right,
we're not too worried.
When we come back, we're going to take up the Hildebeest. We're going to talk about Hillary. All that and a lot more on Target Radio. On Target Radio. When we return on our 3rd anniversary, and you're listening to AM560 The Answer.
She's bold.
You're not black, so drop the racism crap.
She's controversial.
When you bring the people here, you bring...
Last straw.
Hillary's makeup, they're talking about how she looked orange. I mean, it's obvious to me why, they look at Boehner and they're like, we can't figure out why he's so successful, and then just trying to jump on the bandwagon.
That's a bad joke.
Dead serious. I don't know. The orange succeed, man.
Kind of true.
Look at that suntan lady.
That's an actual
7 million hits on YouTube.
Which was that?
She succeeded in getting 7 million hits on YouTube.
Who did?
The suntan lady, the crazy like leather looking lady. She was like darker. She was like the color of his shirt.
Oh no,
I'm working on it today.
Yeah. I got close. I thank God I got like sun earlier in the summer.
I have to say though,
because otherwise the amount of time I spent on that roof today, I would have been like red, like the delayed.
Change the subject about like back to what we were talking about earlier about the people with the gun owners and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people realize that people in the mindset that tactical gear and stuff is for military and police only and all that. You go out to like different events and these guys come out in full kit, with chest rigs and body armor and ARs. People are not aware of that.
Oh yeah.
And then
people who aren't aware of that are generally not aware of things like these are people who would say, well, the term assault rifle means it fires 1 million rounds a minute.
That's true.
Or semi-automatic means it's spraying bullets everywhere. People generally who don't know things about things are going to hear something and go, oh, okay. You got to understand that the American public right now is drunk on hubris. It's intellectual hubris, and it's undue. It's unearned hubris. So essentially, it's everybody who reads an internet meme goes, oh, I know about that subject, and then they repeat shit somewhere, and nobody knows what they're talking about.
Like that girl, I think it's real. You see that one of the young teenagers, like, I was talking to this guy in line, I was trying to get him to buy this video game for me, and he's from England, and he speaks English.
Oh, the pound.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, is that for real? It probably is, because I met some of these younger people, and some are, but.
And then she gets,
he's
maybe it's on the other part of the world. Maybe the gravity's heavier because it's closer to Jupiter.
Yeah,
or something.
I'm like,
it's like.
And then I think back, I remember going on teenager thoughts like that before, so I think she might be serious.
No, trust me. Make no mistake. I've met the stupidest of the stupid. Nothing surprises me with that.
It was
nothing.
Was it H.L. Mencken that said nobody ever went broke underestimating the intelligence of America?
Yeah. I don't know if it was him who said that, but that seems like
I think it was Mencken.
I ever tell you about the lady in front of the bus?
She got ran over?
No. I was coming home from work. This is in like 2007. Coming home from work. I'm driving down Irving Park Road. Come up to Austin Avenue. There's a bus sitting in the right lane. And it doesn't have hazards on or anything, but there's this huge line of cars and only the left lane's moving. So I sit through 3 lights. Finally get up there. I'm the first car at the light. I look out in a service van. I look over at this lady, and there's this lady just
2.5.
Shitting herself with fear. I'm like, something's obviously wrong here. So are you okay? What's wrong? What do you need? So I'm putting the van in park thinking like she was just attacked or something like that. Like I was about to get out of the van. She goes, I can't, it's illegal. Turn right in front of the bus. She's in front of the bus. They don't want you turning right in front of the bus. Because there was a bus behind her, she thought it was illegal to turn right. And didn't just go straight and go around. Yeah. Trust me, nothing surprises me. Although, that was a Polish person.
Oh, cool. They actually updated it for us with our current link. You guys at Gun Channels. This computer's really slow to get on Gun Channels for some reason. And they did update it with our link today because I
realize I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a website. Lots of good guys watching.
Right?
Minute 10 computer.
And is there anybody actually watching?
Yeah, there's people watching right now.
Like 2?
No, it's a little bit lower, I think. But
lower than 2?
No. Lower than what we usually have. No, actually, it's about on. We're about 9-10 people right now. But they watch it later. People click on it and they watch the whole thing later.
I used to be plagued by pot belly and constant bloating. After taking
Constant bloating.
my belly flattened.
That's what I want to
begins
hear.
to get flatter. My sense of bloating and discomfort is gone.
If you've got a big belly, you might not be fat.
Is Gretchen doing a selfie or searching for a signal? That's the question.
I'm like texting everybody. I had to go out there to get a signal, so I'm getting like texts from 3 different people.
Well, it's our game now to figure out, is Gretchen doing a selfie or is she trying to get a signal?
Yeah. I'm trying to get like 2 bars so I can get a text out.
I think when I drink coffee, it helps me.
I got a text from John Span. I got a text from Russ Gangler. I got a text from Marilyn.
Russ, yes. He always says he does, but
no, I texted him.
385. You're listening to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life.
And we're back. More On Target Radio. Hi, I'm Rick Cizak, Advertising Sales Director for the On Target Media Group. If you own a small business and need more exposure to potential customers, and what small business doesn't, we can help. For the past 3 years, On Target Media Group has been helping small businesses grow. We offer many different and affordable marketing packages through our partnership program. Plus, we can even create a custom program tailored to your business's needs. To find out more, contact me today at sales.ontargetradio@gmail.com or visit our website, otmediagroup.net/sponsorship. We look forward to helping your business reach its target.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. Hildebeest. Okay. I love that. I think that's just a great.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it fits perfectly. Is she tanking?
Yes.
Yeah. I think tank is probably a good.
It's very descriptive.
It's very descriptive. Yeah. So she's in Cleveland, Ohio, and giving a talk. Okay. Which, by the way, it reportedly is not well attended to begin with.
Yes.
So you're in Cleveland, Ohio. Nobody shows up for your talk. So what do you do before you let them come in to hear you? You say you have to sign a loyalty pledge. So here's the loyalty pledge. I, fill in your name, commit to vote for Hillary Clinton. And then below that is a list of volunteer opportunities with check boxes. They include collect signatures, host a grassroots fundraiser, and so on. So let me see if I understand this. When you know you're tanking and you're in Cleveland, Ohio, no disparaging remarks about Cleveland, Ohio, but I live close to it and there are some, and you have almost nobody show up for your meeting. You tick them off more by telling them they got to sign a loyalty pledge to come in. I think this is wonderful. I have not been this happy with Democrats in years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't really sound that different than a lot of cards that I've gotten from various politicians. You know, not so much that I commit to vote for, but yes, I want to help. And then there's, put a sign in my yard. I'll talk to my neighbors, things like that. So it actually didn't really seem all that odd to me, but this was funny. It was a crowd. For some reason, the crowd was heavy with millennials. So young people, college age kids, I guess. Most of them were Bernie Sanders supporters and said they showed up out of curiosity. And some were hoping that Bill would be there.
It was like going to a zoo. Yeah, they wanted to get it on with Bill.
Yeah, so I thought, and she said, it says she didn't adjust her speech. She said, "Thanks for your support in 2008." And most of them were like
12 years old. Yeah.
That was funny.
Not only are they tanking, but I think her own staff is
Yeah, they're not really on top of their game.
No.
I mean, I even think her logo.
I don't get the logo.
Her logo looks like a 10-year-old made it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
On Microsoft front page or something. I mean, it is so bad.
Do you actually understand that logo?
Well, it's an H for Hillary with an arrow.
An arrow.
Arrows typically mean like forward motion, They're progressive. I get it.
I think the arrow is pointing to where the email went. That's what I think the point of the arrow.
Follow the arrows.
Follow the arrows. Yeah. And this is still an issue. This is the gift that kekeeps on giving.
It really is.
There's nothing as a conservative we could have done that would have been better than this. This is classic.
And it's funny because as bad as it is, and as much as it is causing her to come down in the polls, it's still not even scratching the surface of how bad it is.
Oh, no. Goldberg in the Tribune says, fellas, he's talking about being in denial and stuff. And he says, but here's the thing. There is a smoking gun. In fact, there's a whole smoking arsenal, which is really true. All the stuff that she said, everything she's come out with and said about the email has within days, if at worst weeks, proven to be a lie. Just not a mistake.
No.
Not
half truths, just
a lie.
Full on lies.
It's unbelievable. She said, for instance, and Goldberg says nearly everything Clinton has said in her defense regarding her secret server has been a lie. She claimed that that the server was set up so she could use a single device. It's not true. She had two. She talks about how they were the State Department was saving her emails to staff. That's not true. They did ultimately, but it wasn't during that period. She erased tens of thousands of emails because they included, among other things, her correspondence with her husband. but turns out Bill doesn't do email.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just lie after lie after lie.
Yeah.
And she walks out of a meeting, and the press, somebody kept pressing her, and said, "Is this going to affect your campaign?" And she turns around, and she goes, "Nobody ever asked me about this. It's only the press. It's you people." I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
he says he knows a guy at National Review, Andrew McCarthy, has been setting his head on fire trying to get the mainstream media to take note of this, that this is so much worse than even they're making it out to be.
She had in her email stuff about nuclear assets
of other countries.
Yeah. This is insanity. All right, we're going to be back with more on Target Radio when we come back, and then we're going to talk about taxpayers leaving the Democratic-controlled cities.
We're going to have some special guests
on AM560 The Answer.
How can you get from here to there? We've got the answer from the ChicagoRadioDeals.com Traffic Center.
Taking a look at your Chicagoland traffic. Cruising Park Forest still with a rollover crash at Sauk Trail and Western Avenue. North side closure of...
They said what?
To get with the times.
About what?
Just with the internet stuff. Because I told them about gun channels. Like I said you're still learning about what gun channels is. They thought you were disrespecting them in some way by being like, what the hell's gun channels?
No. I'm not. You can't hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you now.
I'm not disrespecting you. I don't have time to do it.
I know.
I rely on him.
Yeah, that's what I told them. I said they didn't have anybody running the social media stuff for a long time. And
exactly.
Now we're trying, so.
And
just now when I said that, our viewerships went up by like 2 or 3.
Good.
And like he said too, he being G-Webs, who runs the site gunchannels.com, he said most of our viewership for our online videos comes after the live
they pick it up
broadcast. Yeah, so he was like, I forget, 65% are people that watch it later, and that's like days later or whatever it is. So they are watching us.
Unlike Hillary Clinton, who talks about what she didn't do with email, I'm very pro social media. I just don't really understand how it works. That's why I have him. But we're big believers in social media.
I don't know if someone was laughing. I don't know if they're laughing about someone else's comment or about what you're saying. I don't know. There's a whole little chat room that goes on live during this, and they talk in it. So I was able to get it to come up on here because a lot of times this computer's kind of slow, so it doesn't always do that. It doesn't do two things well: broadcast and do this at the same time.
What are you going to say? See, if we got more sponsors, then I would have more time on my hands to be able to do that.
Gretchen is missing.
What?
1 minute and Gretchen's missing.
Gangler.
Angler's here?
Angler's sitting there. What are we going into?
I'm not sure. I was
Four.
AM560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen.
But they are a couple seconds behind us, so if you're hearing those comments now, after we're back on the air, so they respond. There's like a 30-second or minute lag or something.
And even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook, and lunch are provided. Safer USA.
Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com or call 877-954-3030. That's 877-954-3030. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. If nothing else, wish us a happy anniversary. We've been getting email and stuff saying happy anniversary. It's our 3rd year. George, you haven't wished us a happy anniversary. No. Okay, fine. That works out real well. Is that Gengler's head I see stuck up in the back there? That's Gengler. He can come in and tell us what he's going to have coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about taxpayers are leaving Democratic-run states for states controlled by Republicans. Now, there's a real shocker. I find that hard to imagine. But the numbers are interesting. In 2013, more than 200,000 taxpayers fled states with Democratic governor to states with Republicans in control. 200,000. That shows that Democrats lost 226,763 taxpayers, while Republicans picked up 220,000. When you look at the dollar amount of money that has shifted from Democratic-controlled states to Republican states, it's staggering. Florida, they picked up a net wealth gain of this type of thing about people leaving Democratic states and moving to Florida. Floridians picked up $8.34 billion in adjusted gross income by those people moving in. That just absolutely blows me away. You would think at some point Democrats would say, this isn't working well. And yet they don't. They keep on doing what they do. Madigan keeps fighting it every day.
Our state's definitely one of the worst when it comes to driving away taxpayers.
It's astounding. I mean, when Florida picks up $8.34 billion in additional earned revenues by people just because they moved down there because it's a more conservative state, that's staggering.
Yeah.
New York, America's biggest loser in the American tax reform terms is New York. It lost, this is Andrew Cuomo, right? New York lost almost 115,000 people. They took with them $5.65 billion in adjusted gross income to go to states that were conservative. You know, this may be the hallmark of liberalism. They will bankrupt themselves. The woman, did you read about the woman who's, I guess, a lesbian, who's saying that all heterosexuals should be locked up?
No.
Yeah, all heterosexuals, so that all that's left are gays. If you do the math on that,
tiny problem.
Yeah,
I guess they're assuming that they'll all just exchange sperm via the sperm banks, and they'll self-perpetuate that way.
I'm thinking they don't plan this out very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I actually read an article about that. I don't remember. I think it was on Clash Daily, and they were saying that that the sexy conservatives will outbreed the liberals, because so many of the liberals are either single or lesbian, not lesbians, gay, of various types, and so they're not really procreating as much as we are.
Some of us, but anyway, it's just it's wacky. The stuff that the liberals come up with is just, what are they thinking?
They're not.
It's absolute insanity.
You said the other day that they have no sense of humor. They also don't really use their brains to their full capacity, I don't think.
Sakoff, our account rep here at WIND, always says that liberalism is a mental disorder.
Yeah.
I think he's really right.
I think he's right.
I think he is, in fact,
I think there's much truth there.
We got, this is interesting. Jeff from Berwyn migrated from Illinois. Jeff, where to?
No, migration.
Okay, well, Jeff was there. There he is.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. You were talking about how people are migrating from Democrat to Republican states.
Yeah.
Gallup did a poll last year, early in 2014, of all 50 states, and guess who ranks number one of the states that people would leave, the residents would leave if they could? Illinois. 50%. 50% of all residents of Illinois would leave if they could. Closely followed by Connecticut, Maryland, and Arizona was number 4, which I don't understand. Why that would be. But Illinois, 50%, Dave. 50%.
Would
leave.
And here's the thing: every day they're fighting Rauner on making basic, sound, fundamental business changes to this state. Business as usual. Business as usual.
Now I should say now, Gallup made a point of saying it wasn't just any one issue. It was a combination of the taxes, the political corruption, and the climate. And because they used several, and Illinois has the dubious distinction.
Well, Jeff,
number one.
I certainly appreciate the call, and what you've pointed out is that Illinois, when it does something, it does it right. I mean,
Go big or stay home. That's what we always say.
Go big or stay home. So we just had a friend. I was going to say an old friend, but that's a little That's probably a bad
She's younger
choice.
than both of us, so
Yeah, that's probably a bad choice of words. We have a longtime friend
Yes.
who just wandered in, Marilyn Smolinski. Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, how are you?
Well, we're just Ducky, of course.
Well, I had to make some cupcakes and bring some stuff over to come visit because I hear you got a little anniversary today.
All right. So segment 6 will be getting sick on chocolate or
Yay,
something.
cupcakes.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, there's cupcakes?
Yes.
Cool. That's cool. Well, thank you. It's very nice
You're
of you to drive
welcome.
all the way over here from your neat new home.
Love
really
you
cool.
guys. This is
from
fantastic.
your fancy new house.
Thanks.
That's really cool. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up. But we got segment 6.
Yes, we do.
We'll bring that up in a minute when we come back because we're just about out of time. We'll be back with that and more on Target Radio when we return after these messages. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer.
When it comes to fixing things around the house, plumbing can be a real problem. But like any other problem, if you fix the underlying cause, then the problem goes away. If you've got low water pressure in your shower, sink, or washing machine, then the underlying cause is almost always your rusted and corroded pipes. The solution is to repipe your home by replacing those old clogged pipes with new, high-quality copper pipes. I'm Jeff Butler, owner of Repipe Specialists. We've been solving this problem by giving people brand new pipes and great water flow in their house for over 2 decades. In celebration of this 20 years, for a limited time, we're offering something we have never done before, and it's just for our Illinois customers. When you repipe the hot pipes in your house with us, we'll throw in all the cold water pipes and the patching for free. Plus, you still get a lifetime guarantee. So call now, 800-737-4746. That's 800-REPIPING. Get a hot side repipe and then get the cold side and the patching for free. 800-737-4746.
With an increasing number of Illinois concealed carry instructors having their credentials revoked, don't leave your training to chance. Safer USA, Chicago's trusted name in firearm training, has trained almost 6,000 students to be responsible firearm owners. We're offering the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. Our program will actually prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection, a comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble, and even how to deal with evasion. We provide ammunition, holster, class notebook, and lunch. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invite you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program. For more information, visit saferusa.com or call 954-3030. That's 877-954-3030. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. Mr. Czak, are we going to be doing segment 6 tonight?
Yes, of course. We'll be talking tonight about staying safe in public, and you can find that on YouTube.
And we'll have Marilyn sit in. She can sit in with us because Marilyn makes holsters for what do you call them? A holster?
Yeah, I
guess
do.
a
I
holster
call them
yeah,
shapewear holsters.
for women. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she can sit in with us. She knows about shooting people in theaters.
She does.
So that'll work out well.
I actually do. My mother was at the Lafayette Theater.
At that theater?
Just 2 hours before it happened.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah, I was going to
There
say
we
you
go.
were from Louisiana. I knew that.
There we go. I didn't know you were from Lafayette. I knew you were from
Sure.
Louisiana.
Raging Cajun.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been there many times. PHI helicopter outfits out of Lafayette. Yeah.
Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
September is Events Month for On Target Radio. Join On Target Radio on Saturday, September 19th for the Fox Valley Friends of the NRA fundraiser dinner at Gaslight Manor Banquet Hall in Aurora. We will literally all be there. David, Gretchen, George, Rick, and even frequent contributor Ed Ronkowski. Doors open for raffles and silent auction at 4 p.m. Dinner is served at 7. Tickets are $50 per person and include a 3-course plated dinner. To buy tickets, go to friendsofnra.org, call 815-825-3070, or email foxvalleyfnra @gmail.com. I put the link on our Facebook page earlier today. You are invited to attend the Northern Cook County Friends of the NRA annual banquet on Thursday, September 24th at Atlantis Banquets in Arlington Heights. Doors open at 5:30, dinner is served at 7. You can reserve your place by calling 847-447-1045 or go to friendsofnra.org. Join On Target Radio at the 2015 Zombie Shoot at the Aurora Sportsman's Club on Saturday, September 26th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Aurora Sportsman's Club is at 7641 Rough Road in Waterman, Illinois, west of Sugar Grove. They will let you shoot zombies any way you like, with a pistol, rifle, shotgun, muzzleloader, or bow and arrow. Register online in advance or in person at the event. I put the link on Facebook earlier today. The following Safer USA classes are all at our office in Waterman. Saturday and Sunday, October 10th and 11th, Illinois Conceal Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and Gretchen and meets the training requirements for Illinois Conceal Carry, as well as Florida, Arizona, and Utah. Saturday, October 10th, Long Range Rifle, taught by Ed Janka. Sunday, October 11th, Know Your AR Platform Rifle 1 and 2, taught by Eric. Saturday, October 17th, Illinois Concealed Carry 2, taught by Gretchen, for those who have an exemption for the first 8 hours. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
Yeah, we still got 2 seats at our table at that thing.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we still have 2 seats.
Who
Donate
wants them?
$100 to the show. You can come and eat, have dinner with us.
You can come to the NRA banquet.
Maybe we'll be able to pay for the next show. Gangler, Live in Sports. What you got tonight?
What's up, folks? How you doing?
Good.
Congratulations on the 3-year anniversary.
Yeah.
On the second best show on the weekend on AM560.
Turn his mic off.
You've been number 2. You've been solid number 2 for 3 years.
You got 20 seconds to make your pitch. What are you doing tonight?
That was a great pitch right there.
That was.
Recap week 1 in football. We'll probably get some obnoxious Packer fans calling in tonight, gloating. But we'll see. We'll take some calls. We also have some trivia tonight. We're giving away 2 really good prizes via Scott's Basement Store in Schaumburg. Collectibles down in, what are we giving away tonight? 2 boxes, 2014 Hockey Upper Deck and 2014 Topps Chrome that has possibly $200-$300 worth of cards in there.
Cool.
So it'll be cool.
So make sure you stay tuned after this show for Live in Sports with Russ Gangler. And Marilyn, you'll be sitting in with us. And we're just about out of time. So thanks for listening. We don't have time to do our normal thanks to everybody, but thank you all for listening. And as always, thank you, Michael, for making it all happen.
I was going to say, you should have told them they could pay a couple bucks extra and sit next to me.
What?
They paid a couple of bucks extra and sit next to me.
There you go.
Wasn't enough time.
I didn't think about that.
Way to fuck up the time frame, Russ.